Welcome to Laptop Radio. Today's topic is revenue sharing in Web3 at Consensus with X.LA. We are here with Shurick, who is the co-founder of X.LA. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you.
Where are you now?
I'm in Los Angeles. I'm just come back from the Consensus.
Awesome. Shurick, why don't you tell us about yourself?
I started my business in the video games commerce when I was 21. When I was 25, I made it. I moved to Los Angeles. My company is like a Shopify for video games. For those who play games, probably know there's a big company called Steam. And think about like Steam, it's an Amazon of the games. You can go and play any games. What I built in for the past almost 20 years is the Shopify for video games. And now I'm building the X.LA, the new company, Web3 company. And I'm using my revenue and I funded myself from the business I founded almost 20 years ago.
That's really awesome. X.LA is a decentralized protocol that allows content creators to leverage their IP to profitably participate in the metaverse economy by utilizing revenue sharing smart contracts. That's what X.LA is. Let's just break down what it means for our listeners. Why is it significant to have smart contracts that could share revenue?
I think that's the next wave in smart contracts. I see it as the boom of ICOs. That was the first kind of the killer app, which is get Ethereum noticed and have a lot of use cases. Now it's NFT. And I think the next one is going to be revenue share. And the revenue share, it's necessary how to align people for developing metaverse together. How internet strangers can come together, do something, produce something, and make sure they get paid fairly and guaranteed by blockchain.
Awesome. As an NFT artist myself, if I collaborate with other people, there's still challenges today because one person would manage the money and there's really not a lot of revenue sharing capability on some of these platforms now. What you have sounds super awesome. How do you first learn about crypto?
Because I'm in video game commerce, we have 700 payment options. And when the Bitcoins pop up on our radars, we integrate it immediately. And we integrate the Dogecoin to the Twitch. However, we quickly learn that it's not really well designed for the microtransactions where business we are in. It's not that casual. We don't see a lot of tractions. But now the thing's getting better, transactions getting cheaper, and the interface is going to be better every day. And the casual users could now use them.
That's awesome. I'm really excited about that. For X.LA, what is your aha moment about the blockchain ecosystem? And where do you first learn about the problem about the lack of revenue sharing? And when do you realize that the ecosystem needs that solution in general?
Well, I grew up really, really poor, and I search opportunity for the better life on the internet. So I think the revenue share, it's a source of income everybody would appreciate. Envisioning somebody who is a creative and maybe working for the salary now can create something on the weekend and learn from that. I'm in video games. I imagine somebody who worked for the big Disney studio who created the characters. They're working for the salary. Disney cannot give them any royalties. They can create a character over the weekend for the indie game who would happy to give them 2-5% for their creation because character is kind of the very big deal. And there's definitely opportunity for billions of people there.
Awesome. And can you tell us about the X.LA protocol? Just anything significant about the protocol that we should know about?
Well, X.LA, we spent 1 year, almost 1 year. It's roughly 75 people today. And we're still on the whiteboard. And what we are trying to do, we're trying to connect the businesses, the royalty owners, the Hollywood, who own a lot of IPs, like people who hold a lot of, they want to work with, they want to learn and collaborate with their fans. And fans want to co-create and play with the big IPs. We just need to be structured for that. There is a lot of infrastructure there. We're not going to build our own Ethereum. We're going to utilize and build on the shoulders of our infrastructure. So we're currently looking for partners who can help us to implement our visions, but we see ourselves not as a network of the transactions. We see ourselves and value what we create, network of the people and businesses and crowd. So that's, I think, we're spending most of our time. We believe we're going to build an infrastructure which already exists.
Awesome. How are you bringing the protocol to market?
There's going to be a token, most likely, as many other protocols. First and foremost, we want to invest in the infrastructure creation, to creating the web tools and web tools facing consumers and businesses to meet those revenue share contracts with a lot of the ways how the people can split the revenue. If you're thinking about the Hollywood contract, typical, it's have a lot of the waterfalls, a lot of the complications. We want to move that to the blockchains because I believe the metaverse project's going to build similar to movies I used to build when it's like 40 people come together and create something and split the revenue.
Yeah.
And the second part, we understand there's need to be some of the creators' work need to be funded up front. And we're thinking it's fair to give the prepayments of the creating of the metaverse site, first place, and that's also in the revenue share. So we want on the long run on revenue share, but some investors will be able to invest in the digital content. I think those two things that's how we keep it in mind.
Oh, good, because I feel like collaboration requires revenue sharing, because if you're going to work together, it's only fair to get paid. And realistically, making a movie requires the whole village. And if the whole village could be compensated, that's awesome.
Yeah, I believe when people treat it that way with the revenue share, that will ultimately let everyone go extra mile and do their best because they know they're not working for hours, they have that portion of the upside. That's what I think magic things and good things going to happen.
Awesome. And is there anything you wanted to share that I have not asked you?
That's it. I'm your video game guy. I built a successful Web2 business and I'm entrepreneur. So I'm building my Web3 business based on my learnings with my team. And revenue share is the next things. Revenue share is the next things after NFTs.
Awesome. What is one piece of advice you have for the community?
Treat your employees fair. Align with your success.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rush to get funding on equity. Try to partner on the project financing so you can control your own destiny. And if the project failed, that's project fail and investors and everybody fail, but it's not your company which failed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds awesome. Thank you, Shurick.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Michelle.